Hey, there was something I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
So, I want to get your reaction to this because I also learned about this today, actually, a little before we started recording. Um, this has nothing to do with video games, and nothing really to do with YouTube or anything at all, but I felt the need to talk about it. It was recently brought to my attention via Reddit, a company called Byte Labs. Have you heard of Byte Labs, Prox?
No.
So, Byte Labs is a startup technology, or a technology sort of company. I believe they were founded sometime around 2014, and now they're ready to come out with some product, I guess. I'm just going to read from their website. So the first line, eat celebrity meat. Eat celebrity meat. Byte Labs.
God. Fuck.
Byte Labs grows meat from celebrity tissue samples and uses it to make artisanal salami.
Oh god.
They proudly proclaim you've never experienced celebrities like this.
God, man, like
They have it broken down to a
dystopian.
step-by-step process.
that is so dystopian. It kind of brings up a weird theory I've heard of, which could be true. You never know,
Hit me.
but there's this like theory I've read or something online or heard somewhere about how there's like a reason all of these, like the deeper reason most of these like ancestry places exist that take your DNA and like, you know, of course, you know, find out your heritage and all that shit. But on top of doing that, they put as much different DNA of people as they can and store them. So later on, they can attempt to sell you back your DNA because it will be possible to like potentially have like some
regrow
kind
stem
of,
cells and shit.
yeah, like reverse like age somebody perhaps. And the only way you can do that is having DNA from when you were young, essentially.
That's a good conspiracy theory.
And I would think that that theory is pretty interesting and viable if it wasn't for the human heart, and how I think it's the only reason we're not immortal is because one way or another it's like pretty much almost, from what I understand, impossible to work on the heart in a very
we got a bitch
way.
ass heart.
Yeah, and once it's dead, like other than like fucking, you know, shock meme therapy right on the spot. But yeah, so I think the theory is like it kind of has some merit. Like people are not only taking your data online, but your data in real life, which is your, you know, DNA. And it also brings up another theory about like companies trying to collect as much data as possible for preservation so they could potentially create an AI of someone who's dead and pretty much match their personality and maybe even look and maybe even physical body with the fucking, you know, type of DNA shit that you can pull off. It's man, yeah, you like to see it, you like to hear it.
Could you imagine the Queen coming back? Jesus Christ.
Oh no, she respawns.
In like 5 she had a second phase.
Yeah, she won in the gulag and made it back. Battle Royale.
We should just be like Space Marines from 40K, and they put a second heart in us. And then when the first one gives out for good, we just like take that one out and we just leapfrog with hearts.
Imagine though, like, I wish sometimes that our body was as simple as that of like a computer system, because you know, we're not that modular. Well, we are to a certain point, but of course I've thought about like cybernetics and all that stuff with like bioscience and whatnot. I'm not a major in that field. I'm just an engineer, but it is an interesting thing to think about of how, like, not modular we are. We sort of kind of have the bodies of a machine. Like, our heart pumps out oxygenated blood and pulls in deoxygenated blood throughout our bodies and stuff, and our nervous systems work and all that shit. But then with a computer, it's just like, oh, my power supply fucking died, let me just swap it out.
Yeah.
And whether or not that's possible with the human body is yet to be seen, I suppose.
I guess the problem is that everything's connected by blood.
Yeah.
Like, if my power supply
system
dies, if my power supply dies right now, like, my hard drives and my SSD is just fine. I just need a new hard drive. Or sorry, I just need a new power supply. But, like, if my heart goes out, then the brain dies, like, really fast.
Yeah.
You can't just, like, put that on ice, essentially, because everything relies on blood.
Yeah, and it's just...
That's the...
yeah, I guess I maybe shouldn't get into that, but...
If you had, like, one choice to, like, make something cybernetic, which would it be? What part of your body would you make cybernetic? Including, like, internal organs, anything you want.
The brain.
The brain.
It's
like a computer brain?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of modifications I would do to it, and there's a lot of caveat with, like, oh yeah, a company is gonna make it, and they're gonna pull data straight from your brain.
Yeah.
Besides all that fucking moral shit, yeah, the brain for sure, like, potentially push new boundaries that you might have not have even known about because you don't have access to a bunch of your brain, and I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows, right?
Without having a seizure.
And I was gonna mention earlier, I don't know if I want to get into this, but there are some, like, crazy ass, like, political conspiracies about certain politicians not being dead or, like, being replaced by exact clones. It's fucking
I've definitely
insane.
Seen online Hillary Clinton as a hologram. Like, straight up, dude, she's made of light. And, like, something like that. And there's, like, proof where she's on this, like, 360p television recording, and, like, fucking her hand moves, and there's, like, a little, like, glitch around her hand, and it's like, yeah, because it's fucking, like, 360p, and you're, like, zooming in super far.
Wow, she's teleporting.
Yeah, she's teleporting. So, I think if I had to pick one, I would pick, what would I pick? Like a cybernetic...
Telling you, man, brain is pretty epic. Like, you get
brain is a good one, depending on, like, you could come up with some ideas.
Dude, and you can potentially have room in your brain to play guitar and play piano and pick up more hobbies, maybe. Like, maybe have more memory, maybe lose less of the stuff in your brain. Maybe you'd remember more from school or from your childhood.
Yeah. Or if you just had, like, an actually encyclopedic memory, that would be useful. Yeah.
Or
maybe like a cyber
agent. What?
Yeah. maybe like a cyber cock. Like, with, like, automatic piston action. Like, if I just didn't have to put in any effort to beat off, I think that would be pretty cool. Like, I could just sit back.
In Cyberpunk 2077, what makes someone a criminal? Getting cock.
I packed his dick. I mean, it's like Mr. Robot.
Take your head and I'll fuck it.
It's like in Sleeping Dogs. Not Sleeping Dogs. Watch Dogs. Sleeping Dogs is the other one. Watch Dogs, but, like, you hack into his cyber penis. Just starts keeling over in the middle of a meeting. He's like, oh, fuck. Fuck. No, wait, is everything okay? He's like, yep. Oh, I'm good. Oh, sorry. I was sitting. I had a head rush. I was sitting the wrong way. Sorry about that. It's like,
that's
okay.
like such a theme that you do, though. Like, you've done this in my thing. Like, it's just like suddenly you're just like, what if you shoot cum? Like, all right, Taigen.
It's the funniest body fluid. It is. Nothing else is funnier.
Are you sure? Like, it's
What's a funnier
weird.
fluid? What's a funnier fluid?
Like,
than
this
cum?
isn't funny, but it's just weird to think that we consume things, and then like a large percentage of it turns into shit. Like, that's weird and gross. It's like a weird alien thing to me that it's like, oh yes, we can take all these nutrients out, suck them with our stomach, suck,
yeah,
and then we just get rid of the rest in like tubes of meat. Like that's well,
weird. It's not a tube of meat, it's a tube of waste. Tube of meat?
Tube of meat as in it's meat. Like it's your
that's not organs. What meat is. That's literally not what meat is.
What?
Feces
like,
is not meat.
No. I wasn't saying feces is meat.
Oh,
I'm saying I'm not talking about the shit. The shit that's
you're
in
talking
your body
about urine.
Is in meat sacks of
Why
organs.
Is that weird? Why is that weird?
I don't know,
Where else is it going to be?
Like, I guess you're right, but...
Like, you just want to sweat it out?
It's kind of the thing of, like... Maybe
I'm not sweating out my shit, dude.
Maybe sometimes non-fiction is the weirdest of all past fiction, because, like, just thinking of, like, how our bodies work is insane, like, how our brains work. Like, there's constantly, like, millions of neurons firing off to even have you understand what I'm even saying, and thinking of the like, you know, the what I'm even trying to say and all that. Like, it's crazy. I just, like, mind fucked myself for a second there. I was trying to make a whole point, but it's just like, dude, like, that is the point. Like, the fact that we could understand each other in the midst of fucking chaos is amazing. I like it.
So cum is the funniest body fluid?
Yeah, fine, whatever.
Could come up with another one. Blood? No. Piss? A little bit.
I still think shit is pretty weird and...
Not weird, but, like, funny.
I mean, I guess in the early 2000s they thought it was funny.
That is, yeah, but they were wrong.
They were wrong.
They weren't on that cum brain.
The cum brain.
So, speaking of using stem cells or cells from your body to de-age someone, how about using cells to age meat? We're back on Bite Labs, baby, because I'm not fucking done with this.
Well, right, and that's already kind of been a deal, right? Like making replacement stem cell
there
organs.
is like the new meat, like the what is it? Beyond Meat?
Right.
Whatever.
I guess I'm more so talking about when it comes to replacing organs, like for function instead of food.
This is just like muscle, basically, which is what meat basically is.
Right, and like I guess talking about this in default will piss off some amount of Christians who probably don't use the internet anyway.
Who definitely watch the Cellarcast and have gotten through the cum discussion.
Yeah, I've been a spy for the Catholic Church this whole time.
I
I
always got that kind of Vatican II energy off of you.
No, I'm like the most non-religious guy ever. Like, I can't, man. I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't. I mean, I'll sympathize.
So they have their process here. In vitro meat. Bite Labs produces fine artisanal salami from meat that has been lab grown from celebrity tissue samples. In 1931, and there's a picture of Winston Churchill, Winston Churchill predicted a future in which all the world's meat would be grown in labs. What, he asked, was the sense in raising a whole chicken merely for the sake of its wings or breast meat? He wasn't on that gullet brain. Today, in vitro meat production is close to becoming a reality, offering highly controllable meat production without the animal cruelty, waste, and environmental impacts of industrial farming. But this process can offer so much more than replicas of beef and pork. So basically they have a breakdown of their process where they take these specific cells via biopsy. I don't know what that means. And then they just grow it in like a fucking vat, and then they just until it's big enough that they can package it and eat it.
Dude,
You've never experienced celebrities like this.
Right.
It all starts with your favorite celebrities and a quick biopsy to obtain tissue samples.
I was gonna say that, like, the movie Blade could have been, like, not happening at all if the vampires just grew their shit like this.
Yeah.
They could have done that at the time, 1998.
Maybe this is
positive
them. Yeah. Maybe this is them because they've got the next section on their website. Help get celebrities on board. Let's tell the world we want to hashtag eat celebrity meat.
Dude,
and
so
you can
weird.
There's a link to tweet it out. Here's my favorite part. They have a list of 4 potential celebrities whose meat you could eat. Do you want to hear them?
Yeah, God. Surely they used their permission.
The first one is James Franco.
Who the fuck is that?
James Franco?
Yeah, who the fuck? I don't know my...
You know who James Franco? If you've seen
yeah, no, I've seen him. Yeah, never mind. I know James Franco. Wait, so he's on board with this shit?
No, this is people that they want to get on board.
Oh, okay.
They don't have anyone yet. They're trying to get people. They don't have. If they did, they would say it, but they haven't. So that's why they're trying to tell the world that we want to hashtag eat celebrity meat. Prox.
All right. Yeah. Got it.
So James Franco, you could be eating some James Frankfurters.
Eat some James Franco dick.
Yeah, he's sexy, he's artsy. Let's make him salami. James Franco, I think, was also accused of, like, grooming a minor. So that's pretty funny. I want you to keep that in mind.
Wait, whoa, what? Wait, repeat that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hang on. He did something like that. It was like, he's not allowed. He's not allowed. He deleted everything. He's like, this sexual misconduct accusations and lawsuit. He was sexting a 17-year-old girl when he was 35. Tried to fuck her. Yada yada. 5 women accused Franco of inappropriate or sexually exploitative behavior during the period when he was acting as their acting teacher or mentor. Let's see. Yeah. So in light of that, he's sexy, he's artsy. Let's make him salami. The Franco salami must be smoky, sexy, and smooth. Franco's meat will pair with lean, strong venison. Sharp Telecherry peppercorns and caramelized onions provide Franco's underlying flavors, complemented by a charming hint of lavender. That's what you smell in your drink. The Franco salami's taste will be arrogant, distinctive, and completely undeniable. I want my meat to taste arrogant. When I bite into some salami. Second one, Jennifer Lawrence.
I know
a different type of Hunger Game.
These fucking dicks, man. Like, what? These people are human for real?
The J-Law salami will be complemented by a mixture of rabbit and pork.
Dude, like, what the fuck? I've heard that. Okay, I've heard this because there's like an account of it, right? But there's a guy who like ate a guy, right? With his permission or whatever, and said that it basically tastes like pork.
Probably depends on which part of the body you're eating.
Right, and I've heard that I think there's some parts of the body you just cannot eat, like the brain. Like you cannot. I don't think that's possible. Like I've heard.
Eating brains is like it's your fast track to getting prion disease. Do not eat brains. Please, especially of your own species. Yeah. You're familiar with prion disease?
No, actually.
Prions are like a type of protein in your body, and prion disease is, have you ever heard of mad cow disease?
Yeah, I don't remember the specifics, but yeah.
It was basically through a chain of people eating animal brains. Basically, there was a prion disease is when the prion proteins in your brain just start unfolding and getting fucked up. So it has a bunch of horrific effects. It's also, if you're familiar with chronic wasting disease, basically, like, if you've ever seen a freaky ass video of like an animal ramming its head into a rock until its head explodes, that's chronic wasting disease. It's like a fucking zombie infection. Like, literally. It's horrifying. Do not eat brains. It's like a fast way to get that.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Would you like to hear the third celebrity that they've suggested?
Sure, why not?
Kanye West.
Okay.
Always push the boundaries in taste. This is really funny after his thing about the Jews.
Wait, what?
You heard about this?
No.
Because yeah, you see, you're out of the loop. So you got to hang on. Kanye West, This was very recent. So Kanye West. Let's see. Fucking show me the tweets. So the other day he just yeah, okay. He just tweeted, "I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people." The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew. Also, you guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda. Like,
dude, he's
actual fucking, like, this is actually, like, if you've ever just, sometimes I'll just read people who are, like, actually schizophrenic, like their Twitter or something. This is, like, 100% that. This is, like, dude, not even, not DEFCON, DEATHCON 3. Dude, when Kanye West wakes up from his little nappy nap, he's declaring war on Jewish people. All of them. So he was immediately banned off of Twitter. Which makes this description even funnier. Always push the boundaries in taste. The Kanye salami will pull no punches.
Yeah.
Heavy and boldly flavored. Pure Kanye West meat will blend with rich, coarse ground pork. Hungarian paprika and Worcestershire give Kanye an underlying smokiness, spiced up with hints of jalapeno. The Kanye salami is best paired with strong, straight bourbon. They do not include whether or not the Kanye West salami is kosher, which I think is important to distinguish given recent events. Pure Kanye West meat.
Oh man, what the fuck, dude?
And the final one. Would you like to know the final celebrity?
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Ellen DeGeneres.
But why?
They picked the worst people. Besides, I guess,
Ellen?
Jennifer Lawrence, they went with James Franco, Kanye West, and Ellen DeGeneres. You picked the worst. Like, what, Harvey Weinstein? Is that the next one you're gonna pick? Fucking, like, Mel Gibson? Like, what the fuck?
Mel Gibson.
Pure Mel Gibson meat. So, Ellen DeGeneres. And their the subheader is, "Please welcome the Ellen salami." As a salami, we see Ellen salami composition blended with ostrich, which is probably the number one thing I think of when I think of Ellen DeGeneres.
Ostrich.
Yeah, ostrich. Black pepper and garlic with a playful kick of mustard give the Ellen salami a highly approachable and well-rounded flavor. A hint of brandy and shallots will finish off the Ellen salami in exquisite fashion. Tweet, and then each one of these has a link under it. Tweet at James Franco and help make the Franco salami real. And if I click on it, it opens up a pop-up so I can, tweet out a pre-made tweet. James Franco, will you be salami? Yeah, so It's eco-friendly and it's healthy. No growth hormones. So even though what? Is that not no growth hormones?
What do you think about that?
I love this idea. Me personally, I love this.
You would eat Ellen DeGeneres meat?
I would actually go a step beyond, which is why I am calling all listeners of the Cellarcast podcast, the #1 podcast in the world, to tweet at Byte Labs. At what the fuck is their? To tweet. Wait, their Twitter link. They have a Twitter at the bottom, like a little Twitter icon. It doesn't even go to their Twitter. It goes to like the homepage. Anyway, tweet at Byte Labs Co. Make the cellar salami a reality. I want you to eat me. I want you to eat my meat. The cellar lami, the Taigen moon salami. The last time they tweeted was in 2014. So I think that we've got a good chance of reviving the project and making this a reality. I think if we put our heads together, you can one day cannibalize me.
I thought when you said I was going to go a step further earlier, I thought you were going to say, like, I'm going to go for the original.
No, except no imitations.
Yeah, oh my god,
yeah.
man. I just... lab-grown meat is an interesting idea. Like, I think that we need to start thinking about that with, you know, fucking pollution and potentially running out of fucking space on the earth and, you know, overgrowth of people and all that. But I'm not completely against it, but it's just a very... it's kind of disturbing, I don't know, to think of eating, like, lab-grown
eating a person?
meat.
Eating J-Law?
Yeah.
Eating J-Law meat?
Yeah, eating Kanye West meat.
Yeah, pure Kanye meat.
Yeah, pure DEFCON 3.
DEFCON 3!
Oh my god.
Is it kosher?